Have you ever watched a movie and felt the chemistry between two actors was so real that you wondered, are they in love in real life? Sometimes, love isn't just a scripted storyline. Film sets have a way of bringing hearts together. These talented black stars didn't just shine in their roles. They also found true love right where they worked. Join us as we explore these inspiring love stories, where cinema isn't just an art form, but a bridge that connects souls. Who says Hollywood only has short-lived romances? These couples will make you believe in true love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on the sweetest and most romantic love stories from the entertainment world.
The light, you're in the shadow of Thor Ragnarok, and it is going crazy on the internet.
What's the video? I haven't seen the video.
Like a behind-the-scenes featurette where you're like giving us. Oh, thank you for that.
Thank you for that. Thanks for posting it.
Of course. Now, it's a special time right now.
A place where every move of a celebrity is scrutinized, where love stories are dissected in detail to satisfy public curiosity. Yet, amidst this constant spotlight, Tessa Thompson and Janelle Monáe have cultivated a mysterious relationship, neither confirmed nor denied, but undeniably connected in a way that's hard to ignore. Though they've never officially gone public, their bond has remained a subject of intrigue, sparking conversations about love that transcends labels. Could theirs be one of the most fascinating and challenging love stories in Hollywood? Tessa and Janelle first appeared together in 2015 at an art event. Without grand declarations, their interactions and shared glances hinted at something special. At the time, Tessa was making a name for herself with powerful roles, most notably as Valkyrie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, while Janelle Monáe had already established herself as a groundbreaking music icon, known for her gender-fluid style and bold messages of freedom. They shared a passion for the arts and a defiance of societal norms, and perhaps it was these commonalities that drew them together in a way that defied conventional definitions. Their hidden love story gained momentum in 2018 when Janelle released her album Dirty Computer. This wasn't just a musical project. It was a bold statement on identity and love without boundaries. In the music video for Make Me Feel, Janelle appears alongside a captivating female character, and many fans couldn't help but see a resemblance to Tessa Thompson in that role. Shortly after, Tessa posted a photo with Janelle, accompanied by a cryptic caption that fueled speculation even further. But rather than confirming or denying anything, they chose silence, emphasizing instead their deep respect and affection for one another. Their bond extended beyond public appearances on red carpets. It was evident in how they supported each other's careers. Tessa openly expressed admiration for Janelle's talent and creative vision, while Janelle consistently showed up to support Tessa's projects. They didn't need to speak about their relationship. Every glance, every gesture spoke volumes. In a Hollywood that still places pressure on LGBTQ+ figures, where labels and expectations can be stifling, their quiet yet unwavering connection became a powerful statement in itself. Today, no one knows for sure if they are still together, but Tessa and Janelle's relationship has left a lasting impression. They are more than just talented artists. They are symbols of love without constraints, of the right to love freely without explanation or validation from others. What do you think about their mysterious romance? Does love really need a label, or is sincerity enough? Leave your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation.
Okay.
Hollywood is a place where love can blossom easily, but also faces countless challenges that lead to many relationships falling apart. However, the love story between Lawrence Fishburne and Gina Torres is something special, a journey that began with breathtaking action scenes on screen and evolved into nearly 2 decades of love. They met on the set of The Matrix Reloaded and it seemed as if fate had orchestrated their meeting, bringing two kindred spirits together in the chaos of Hollywood. Though their story eventually ended in separation, they maintained mutual respect, leaving behind a beautiful legacy of love and personal growth after heartbreak. Lawrence Fishburne, who flawlessly embodied the role of Morpheus in The Matrix, had already built an illustrious career before meeting Gina Torres. Meanwhile, Gina was a talented actress known for her commanding presence in Suits, Firefly, and many other films. They met in the early 2000s and were quickly drawn to each other's intelligence and strength. Not long after, they went public with their relationship, and in 2002, they officially tied the knot with the blessing of friends and colleagues. From that moment on, they became one of Hollywood's power couples, not just because of their fame, but also because of the deep understanding and bond they shared. Throughout their years together, Lawrence and Gina were each other's pillars of support, both professionally and personally. Gina once shared that Lawrence wasn't just her husband, but also her confidant, someone who always listened and supported her unconditionally. Together, they raised their daughter, Delilah Fishburne, always prioritizing family, despite their demanding careers. Both had realized their paths were no longer aligned. What impressed the public most was their ability to remain on good terms, prioritizing their daughter's well-being above all else. Lawrence Fishburne and Gina Torres are proof that love can endure even after a marriage ends. They shared a beautiful journey, supported, and cherished each other wholeheartedly. Though they have now gone their separate ways, what they built together remains, a significant chapter in both of their lives. What do you think about their love story? Do you believe love can still exist after a relationship ends? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
Producer, director, and a newlywed who wanted to get in touch.
She's been telling me lately that she's been missing home. You know, she was here till she was 12 years old, then went up to... This is who she is at a foundational level. So I know that feeling when I go home to Virginia.
Blair Underwood, the handsome Hollywood actor who has captivated countless hearts with his charismatic on-screen roles. But behind the glitz and glamour was a woman who stood by him for nearly 3 decades, Desiree DaCosta. Their love story began when Desiree was working as a production assistant, a behind-the-scenes role that was just as crucial in the entertainment industry. Unlike many Hollywood couples who constantly find themselves in the public eye, Blair and Desiree chose to keep their love private, quietly building a life together. For 27 years, Desiree was more than just a wife. She was the unwavering support that helped Blair balance his career and personal life. As Blair rose to fame with roles in L.A. Law, Deep Impact, and Sex and the City, Desiree remained his silent force, ensuring he stayed grounded. She not only helped him maintain his public image, but also provided the emotional foundation he needed. Hollywood is a place filled with temptations and pressures, where many relationships crumble within a few years. Yet, Blair and Desiree defied the odds, preserving a love built on understanding, companionship, and unwavering trust. Though they rarely made public appearances together, Blair always spoke about Desiree with deep admiration. He once shared that she was the one who kept him true to his core values, preventing him from getting lost in the superficial allure of Hollywood. Their life together wasn't about extravagant parties, but about the deep connection between two like-minded souls. After long days on set, Blair always returned home to a warm household filled with love, where Desiree and their children were waiting. That is why, for nearly 3 decades, their love remained strong, one of Hollywood's most admirable relationships. However, even the most beautiful love stories can take unexpected turns. In 2021, Blair and Desiree shocked the public when they announced their divorce after 27 years of marriage. To many, it was heartbreaking news. But Blair and Desiree didn't see it as a failure, rather as a new chapter in their individual lives. They continued to hold deep respect and care for each other, just in a different way. There were no public feuds or harsh words, just a peaceful separation that reflected the maturity and bond they had built over the years. Even though they are no longer together, Blair Underwood and Desiree DaCosta remain a symbol of genuine love in Hollywood. Their story is not just about a beautiful romance, it's a testament to cherishing and nurturing happiness. Love isn't always about staying together forever. Sometimes it's about how we treat each other after everything. Their separation doesn't erase the decades of happiness they shared. Instead, it makes their story even more meaningful. Did you admire their love story? Share your thoughts in the comments below.
It's impossible to leave the sky. It's just impossible. It's impossible.
Love in the entertainment world faces countless challenges where fame brings not only glory, but also the potential to become a barrier between two people in love. Diahann Carroll and Vic Damone were once a beautiful couple in showbiz, but between them existed not only love, but also invisible pressures, disparities in fame, wounded egos, and the complex emotions that come with the spotlight. They fell in love when Diahann was at the height of her career, becoming a powerful symbol of Hollywood, while Vic Damone, despite being a talented artist, began to feel overshadowed by his wife's brilliance. This dynamic planted the seeds of conflict, leading them to accept that, despite their love, they had to part ways. Diahann Carroll was not only a singer and actress, she was also a trailblazer who became one of the first black female artists to break down racial barriers in Hollywood. With her talent, beauty, and intelligence, she quickly dominated the screen and captured the hearts of audiences, becoming a woman admired by many. Meanwhile, Vic Damone, a renowned voice in pop and jazz music, was also highly regarded in the music industry. However, as he entered a relationship with Diahann, he began to realize that his position was changing. The feeling of being overshadowed came not only from his career, but also from societal expectations at the time, where men were expected to lead in relationships. Diahann's stunning success made it impossible for Vic Damone to escape the pressure. During their years together, their love was not without moments of happiness. They experienced a wide range of emotions, from passionate affection to simmering disputes. Diahann was a strong, independent woman, while Vic carried the pride of someone who had once been the center of attention. That contrast initially created attraction between them, but gradually it became a source of tension. Small disagreements piled up, and the invisible jealousy seeped into their conversations, gestures, and glances. They loved each other, but also hurt each other. Diahann once shared that she could clearly feel the shift in Vic's gaze whenever she received compliments from colleagues or reached a new milestone in her career. She understood that he didn't resent her. He simply didn't know how to face the reality that the woman beside him was becoming more prominent than he was. However, in love, if two people can't rise together and one feels perpetually left behind, a rift will inevitably grow. They began to argue more frequently. Misunderstandings took root, and they struggled to salvage their relationship, knowing that their love was slowly turning into a battle against their own egos. Ultimately, despite still loving each other, they chose to part ways. Their marriage ended with regret, not due to a lack of feelings, but because they could not find a balance between fame and love. Diahann Carroll continued on her own path, becoming one of Hollywood's greatest female artists, while Vic Damone also pursued his singing career. Yet, perhaps in their hearts, there remained a small space reserved for each other. Some loves do not end in betrayal or loss. They simply cannot overcome the challenges that life presents. Do you think that in a world free from the pressures of fame, they could have had a different ending? Share your thoughts in the comments.
They didn't seem to fit. They would. The jackets and shirts were too big, but the sleeves landed somewhere in pants. Came nowhere near his ankles.
Hollywood is not only a place that produces glittering stars, but also a testing ground for the love of many couples. Yet, amidst the noisy breakups, there are enduring romances that withstand the test of time and turmoil. Ruby Dee and Ossie Davis stand as one of the most vibrant examples of a resilient love story amid the spotlight and social struggles. After more than 5 decades together, they were not only a model couple in the entertainment industry, but also partners in their careers, politics, and the everyday challenges of life. Despite rumors of infidelity surrounding Ossie, Ruby chose forgiveness, maintaining the integrity of their home and transforming their love into a journey of sacrifice and understanding. Ruby Dee and Ossie Davis met in the 1940s when they were both ambitious young actors. From their very first meeting, they discovered a resonance not only in their art, but also in their outlook on life. Both were pioneers in the fight for civil rights for African Americans in the United States. They shared not only the stage and the screen, but also a noble ideal, using art to convey messages of equality and justice. This deep connection helped them build a solid foundation of love, allowing them to overcome the barriers that fame and public scrutiny could present. However, no love is perfect. Rumors about Ossie's infidelity once put their relationship at risk of falling apart. As a strong woman, Ruby Dee found it difficult to overlook such hurt, but she also understood that love isn't always rosy. She chose to confront the issue, listen to her heart, and forgive. It wasn't out of weakness, but because she believed in the love they had built over the years. For Ruby, fidelity was not just a physical commitment, it was a deep emotional connection, and Ossie Davis remained the man she trusted more than anyone else. After weathering the storms, they not only stayed together, but also continued to create unforgettable impacts in the film industry and social activism. They co-wrote books, performed together, and participated in human rights movements. Their relationship was not just a romantic one, but also a friendship, a bond of soulmates, a rare combination of passion, respect, and shared ideals. Through difficult times, they came to understand that a happy marriage is not one without mistakes, but one in which both partners are willing to overcome those mistakes together. The story of Ruby Dee and Ossie Davis is not just a tale of love, it is a lesson in perseverance, forgiveness, and partnership. In a Hollywood filled with fleeting romances, they proved that true love can last a lifetime if both individuals cherish and fight for it. They didn't need to prove anything to the world, as their lives were a testament to a love that transcends time. Do you believe that love can conquer all, even mistakes and challenges? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Tom Ford.
Tom Ford. Wow.
Tom Ford today.
Okay, so did you film or there was no convincing at all?
Well, once we sat down and why she was so passionate about and she forced.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith first met when Jada auditioned for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Though she didn't get the role, she left a lasting impression on Will. At the time, Will was still married to Cherie Zampino, but after that marriage ended, he began pursuing Jada. Initially, Jada wasn't too interested, but Will's sincerity eventually won her over. The two married in 1997 and quickly became one of Hollywood's most powerful couples. However, their marriage was far from smooth sailing, constantly facing challenges from their careers, rumors, and public scrutiny. For years, people speculated that Will and Jada's marriage didn't follow a traditional structure. Both had hinted that they didn't set rigid boundaries in their relationship. Jada even stated that she didn't believe in owning someone in marriage. This fueled rumors that they had an open relationship, where both were free to see other people. While they never fully confirmed this, their vague statements kept the public talking. Was this the secret to their long-lasting marriage, or were they hiding deep cracks in their relationship? In 2020, the world was shocked when singer August Alsina revealed that he had a romantic relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, with Will Smith's permission. Shortly after, Jada confirmed on Red Table Talk that she had an entanglement with August during a rough patch in her marriage. What stood out the most was Will sitting beside her, listening to his wife's confession, without much reaction. That moment instantly went viral, with many people feeling sorry for Will. His words, "I'm tired of this," became one of the most memorable quotes, showing the emotional toll. He later issued a public apology and accepted a 10-year ban from the Oscars. The big question remains, did Will's actions stem from his love for Jada, or was it the breaking point of years of pent-up frustration? Regardless, the saga of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith continues to captivate audiences worldwide. What do you think about their relationship? Leave a comment below, and let's discuss.
This is a great time to be alive. I am enjoying every day arts that I just pray about and hope that they get better, because I believe in this country, that's what being here is about. So, against all of the...
Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson met when they were young, ambitious college students at Morehouse and Spelman. Their love story began during a time of struggle, when both were chasing their dreams of acting while facing financial hardship. More than just romantic partners, LaTanya was Samuel's closest companion, supporting him even when his career had yet to take off. She once shared that their relationship wasn't just about love, it was built on a deep friendship, which helped them weather the storms of more than 4 decades together. But is love and friendship alone enough to keep a couple together for that long? One of the darkest chapters in Samuel's life was his battle with drug addiction. Hollywood is full of glitz and glamour, but behind the scenes, temptations lurk that can consume even the most talented individuals. Samuel was no exception. During those difficult years, LaTanya was the only one who refused to give up on him. She stood by his side, giving him an ultimatum. Either he sobered up and returned to his family, or he would lose everything. Her unwavering strength and determination helped Samuel break free from addiction and gave him a second chance to build the legendary career he has today. But did he ever truly appreciate what she did for him? In 2022, at the Governor's Awards, Samuel L. Jackson was honored with an Academy Honorary Award. It was a long-awaited moment of triumph. However, during his acceptance speech, he failed to mention LaTanya, the woman who had been by his side since the very beginning. The omission immediately sparked controversy. Many believed it was a major oversight, as LaTanya had made countless sacrifices to support him throughout the years. Social media erupted with speculation. Had Samuel forgotten about the woman who helped him rise to the top? Following the event, rumors of trouble in their marriage spread like wildfire. Some claimed that LaTanya was deeply hurt and furious, with whispers suggesting their relationship might be on the verge of collapse. However, instead of resorting to a cold war, they chose open communication. In an interview afterward, Samuel L. Jackson admitted he felt incredibly guilty for not mentioning his wife. He didn't make excuses. Instead, he took full responsibility and publicly expressed his gratitude for LaTanya. This act of humility earned him respect, as not everyone has the courage to own up to their mistakes on national television. Despite being together for over 40 years, Samuel and LaTanya's love story remains an inspiration. They are not a perfect couple, but they understand that marriage isn't just about happiness. It's about perseverance, forgiveness, and acceptance. In an industry where many marriages barely last a few years, their enduring bond is nothing short of extraordinary. But will their love truly stand the test of time forever? What do you think about their relationship? Leave a comment below and join the discussion. James Earl Jones, the man with the legendary deep voice that has defined cinematic history, faced one of the greatest challenges of his life: maintaining love amidst the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. Throughout his illustrious career, he captivated millions with his iconic roles. But behind the silver screen, a woman quietly stood by his side: Cecilia Hart. Though she wasn't as famous as her husband, she was his rock, his unwavering source of support. But was love alone enough to sustain happiness in an industry full of temptations? Cecilia and James met on Broadway in the 1980s while performing in Othello. At the time, James was already a renowned name, while Cecilia was still striving to make her mark. Despite this, they were instantly drawn to each other. Cecilia didn't fall for James because of his fame or talent, but because of who he truly was: a deep, strong man who had also endured struggles. James had battled a childhood stutter, and Cecilia's empathy made him feel truly understood and loved. But sometimes, the bright lights of the stage can make people forget what truly matters. Their greatest challenge came when James landed a major role in a blockbuster film and was invited to its high-profile premiere. But in that pivotal moment, he forgot to invite Cecilia to join him. When she saw him shining on the red carpet, surrounded by flashing cameras, but without the woman who had always been by his side, Cecilia was deeply hurt. She didn't argue, she didn't lash out. Instead, she quietly left their shared home, forcing James to face the harsh truth. He had taken the most important person in his life for granted. Realizing his mistake, James did everything he could to make amends. He publicly apologized to Cecilia, expressing deep regret and a sincere desire to repair their bond. But for Cecilia, words weren't enough. She needed to see real change. James began prioritizing their relationship, spending more time with her, and showing his appreciation in small, meaningful ways. He turned down invitations to attend events alone, making sure Cecilia was always included in his journey. Their love wasn't always smooth sailing, but the challenges they faced only brought them closer. Through hardship, James and Cecilia grew to understand each other on a deeper level. They remained together until Cecilia's passing in 2016, leaving an irreplaceable void in James's heart. Yet, through it all, she proved that true love doesn't fade, whether in the spotlight or in the shadows. What do you think about their love story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for being with us. We truly appreciate your support and love for these inspiring love stories. Every view, like, and share